Welcome to Play With It with Cass Allen. Today, we're talking about personalities that we run across in the dating pool. In the final day of the week, we're talking about the ideal personality. The bottom line is, isn't that what it's all about? The handful of personalities we're discussing this week. Any of them could be the ideal personality for you. That's what we define it as ideal. What works for you? What's compatible for you? And also works for the other person. You know, you're ideal, you match, you work. Somehow that jigsaw puzzle, somehow it locked in right. This is working. Like I said, it could be a me too with a micromanager. It could be any combination of personalities. I mentioned, I think, four this week. And we know there are endless personality types. And the combinations, the potential for combinations is astronomical. You know, we just got to get out there and have honest conversation and be honest about the conversation that we're having insofar as walk your talk and talk your walk. Don't come out here and pop this conversation and then when those situations arise, you're showing a totally different person. Don't say the shit because it sounds good. Let the shit be true. That's what I said. Keep it real. If you, whatever you are, tell them on the dates, yo. This is how I get down. Do you think this could work for you? These are important questions. Like I said, unless you just there get you some monkey ass, and none of this matters. Don't listen to shit I got to say. Just do what you gotta do. But if you out here trying to enjoy some of this dating and possibly have some compatible situations, I'm only saying consider some of this stuff as you journey down your paths. I'm not here to tell you what to do on your path. Carry some shit with you, some flashlights and motherfucking mason shit and a compass. Protect yourself as you out here in this dating pool. You know, arm yourself with discernment. Arm yourself with transparency. Arm yourself with the ability to speak a language to get questions answered about things that matter to you when you're dating people so that you can filter down and not waste time doing things that are going to lead places that you don't want to go. If you can use the art of communication, the art of language to describe your situations, your goals, your needs, your concerns, your boundaries, then you can pop some red flags real early instead of waiting for them days, months, weeks, years down the line to end up in a situation that could have been averted had you just had some more open conversation. So, that's what idealism is about, dating someone who offers you that and being someone who can deliver that to someone else, whether it's short term or long term. You know, aspire to be authentic, to be in your truth, so that you can receive people into your life that you want to be in your life, regardless of the criteria. I just feel like being out here and I don't want to be attached to anyone. I want to draw that type of energy. I'm ready to be married. I want to draw that type of energy. I'm interested in dating multiple people. I want to draw that type of energy. Draw it by telling the truth. Don't go out there and act like you just want one so you can get one, then go to two and act like you just want one so you can get two because you really just want two. Go out there saying, I'm looking for two so the right two can come along that can handle it instead of the first two that get shattered when you bust it. Walk with transparency. Don't be ashamed to tell your truth, who you are and your personality type. People gonna like you or they not. And that has nothing to do with sex. Everybody can have sex now, great sex by them damn selves. All these fucking gadgets out here in their own damn hands. People know what they like, some of them. you know? Why not tell the truth? What's the harm? What are you losing by telling the truth about who you are? I can fit under any of these on any given day because, like I go back to from earlier in the week, we are all rainbows. Every color is true. Pick any color and I'll show it to you. Depending on a given day, I can be anything. And I'm sure you can too. Be honest with yourself. Depending on the triggers, your mood, whether you're in a bad mood, a good mood for today, somebody makes you mad, whatever. We all have different things in us. You might micromanage a situation because you're dealing with someone you think is an idiot. It might not be your personality. You might me too somebody because you think they're crazy and you just want to get away from them and you're trying to keep them calm. So you're like, me too, me too, me too. All kinds of shit. You might be passive in a situation, hoping it would de-escalate something where you got to revert to being aggressive because the situation won't end and now you have to take a different tactic. You know, you may have to act like an all about me because someone else is doing the same and you need to let them know, I'm not of your ilk and so far as in your movie. There could be a number of reasons we take on different roles. The bottom line is while you're doing all this and you out here dancing and hopping, be yourself, no matter what you feel and answer to your beat, whether it's short term, long term, whether you dated one or you're the one, try to pay attention. And then, if you out here being serious, look for that authentic beat in other people. Short term. Don't you want to know? This person wants to have fun too. And you're like, yeah, that's what's up. Instead of, you thinking they want to have fun, and 6 weeks later, this motherfucker trying to tie you down, literally, with ropes and chains and threats and all kinds of shit because they weren't honest. Yeah. That's why we have that conversation because they be like, I'm for it. No, you ain't think shit. You ain't think shit because you talk. And that gives you passion down the line. I discussed this with you when I first got with you. I that shit with you. Be surprised how far I can get you. That's why you need to tell people in the beginning. "No, I wasn't playing with you. I told you who I am. You crossing lines now because I gave you boundaries. I told you I'm not dealing with this type of personality type. You want to bring that nigga out on a date? That nigga gonna be on a date by himself because I won't be there. And I already told you this. It allows you to not feel guilty and it allows you to reinforce your boundaries and your principles and to stand on shit when people try to cross it, thinking that your word has no value. That's what the ideal personality type. If you answer them, cherish them, whether or not they're gonna be your dates long term, become your friends, your lovers, your spouses. Cherish and value those people. Because there's a lot of bullshit in these streets. This has been Played With It with Cass Allen. Have a good day and have a good night.